Good afternoon, grade 10. Balik na naman tayo sa pang-araw-araw na review natin sa mathematics. Grade 10 students, makinig kayo. Ang topic natin ngayon ay mag-review tayo about relations between sides of a 30, 60, 90 and a 45, 45, 90 triangle. Okay, kaya niyan. Kaya niyong ipasa ang lahat. Kaya natin to. Okay, special right triangles. Ang tawag natin sa 30, 60, 90 triangle at saka 45, 45, 90 triangle. Ngayon, papakita muna natin ulit kung paano nakuha yung mga relations ng sides ng right triangle. Okay, so base sa dalawang circle dito, this is one complete circle is equal to 360. So therefore, if we divide it into 4, that is equal to 90 degrees. Now, if this 90 degrees, we will divide it into 3 congruent parts, then one central angle is equal to 30 degrees. Okay. So therefore, this is now your central angle, which is equal to 30 degrees. Now, so since this side is perpendicular to this side, then it is equal to 90 degree angle. So if that is 90 degree, it follows that this angle is the complement of this, which is equal to 60 degrees. Okay, on the other circle, as you notice, this is divided again into 4. So one part is 90 degrees. And that if we divide the 90 degree angle into 2 congruent parts, it follows that you will find here a 45 degree angle. So 90 divided 2 is 45. Now if this is 45 and this is perpendicular to this side, then it follows the other angle is 45. So that is the figure here. Okay. So focus muna tayo sa 30, 60, 90 triangle. Now in a 30, 60, 90 triangle, if R is equal to 1, then using the Pythagorean Theorem, which is equal to the relations between the sides of a right triangle, that the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the two legs. So here are the two legs here, the shorter leg and then the longer leg. The shorter leg being the opposite of your 30 degree angle, and then the longer leg being the opposite of your 60 degree angle. Now if R is equal to 1, then replace R by 1. Okay, based from here. And Y is equal to 1/2. Squared plus x squared. Now 1 squared is equal to 1. 1/2 is squared is equal to 1/4 plus x squared. So 1, if you transpose 1/4 to the other side, it becomes minus is equal to x squared. Now 1 minus 1/4 is equal to 3/4. 3/4. equal to x squared. So to find x, so x squared is equal to 3/4. Let's rewrite. So if you square the left side or simply get the square root of the left side, then square root of x squared is equal to x. And square root of 3/4 is equal to square root of 3 all over 2. So therefore here your x is equal to square root of 3 over 2. Now from the triangle, if we will multiply the sides by 2, 1 becomes 2, the 1/2 becomes 1, and the square root of 3 over 2 is square root of 3. So the sides now of the right triangle is 1, 2, and square root of 3. Now, what do you observe about the relations between the sides of the right triangle? Okay, the relation is that when you find the hypotenuse, given the shorter leg, the hypotenuse is 2 times the shorter leg. And if you find the longer leg, given the shorter leg, the longer leg is square root of 3 times the shorter leg. Okay, so here are the how to find the other two sides if one side is given. In a 30, 60, 90 triangle, given the shorter leg, the longer leg is equal to shorter leg times square root of 3. Okay, so if this is the given, shorter leg 1, you just simply multiply by square root of 3 to find the longer leg. If you want to find the hypotenuse, just multiply by 2. Now, therefore, given the hypotenuse also, if you want to find the shorter leg, you just multiply this by 1/2. And if the hypotenuse is given, you want to find the longer leg, multiply this by square root of 3 over 2. Okay. So here are the relations between sides of a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So given the shorter leg, here's the formula how to find the other two legs or sides. Given the longer leg, here's the formula also to find the other two sides. Given the longest side or the hypotenuse, here are the two formulas how to find the shorter leg and the longer leg. Okay, so next is the 45, 45, 90 triangle. Okay, so let's go back to the figure, original figure. Here's the figure, 45, 45, 90. And we copy the 45, 45, 90. Now, so since this is a 45, 45, 90 triangle, then it is an isosceles triangle. It follows the isosceles triangle theorem that if two angles of a side of a triangle are congruent, then the side opposite those angles are also congruent. Now, in here, using the Pythagorean theorem again, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of the two legs. Now, so since the legs of the triangle are congruent, then we can replace x by y, or we can also replace y by x. Okay, so if r is equal to 1, then 1 squared is equal to, so let's use x. X squared. So since x is equal to y, so here from the figure, the markings indicates congruent parts. So it follows that x is equal to y. Now if x equal to y, then this y from the formula, you can replace that by x. So this becomes x squared. So we can now find the value of x. So since we are now dealing with only one variable, 1 squared is equal to 1, x squared plus x squared is 2x squared. Okay, so to solve for x squared is equal to 1/2. So that is dividing both sides of the equation by 2. Now, so if we find the square root of both sides of the equation, then this is now equal to x is equal to square root of 1/2. Now, if we simplify square root of 1/2, that is square root of 2/2. So x is now equal to square root of 2/2. Gamit tayo ng ibang kulay. X is equal to square root of 2/2. Okay, so if this is equal to 1, this is equal to square root of 2/2, y. So therefore, x is also square root of 2/2. Now, to find the relation between the sides now is that given the hypotenuse, to find the congruent sides, you just simply multiply by square root of 2/2. So 1 times square root of 2/2, you will get the square root of 2/2. Now, if we will multiply all the sides by 2, then this side becomes square root of 2. We just simply cancel 2. This is also square root of 2. Okay? So 1 becomes 2. 1 becomes 2. Okay? So to find the hypotenuse of a 45, 45, 90 triangle, you just simply multiply by square root of 2. Okay, here are the relation with how to find the congruent side given the hypotenuse, and how to find the hypotenuse given the congruent sides. Okay, the side is equal to hypotenuse times square root of 2/2. And if you are going to find the hypotenuse given the leg, we just multiply by square root of 2. Okay, so we will just make use of, let's see, this is also the leg. Side or leg. So let's apply now how to find the other two sides of a 30, 60, 90. Now, if this is equal to 6, given the shorter side, how do you find the longer leg? Okay, so the longer leg is just simply 6 times, okay, ano yung i-multiply again? Square root of 3. So therefore, your answer is 6 square root of 3. Now, how do you find this hypotenuse? You just simply multiply this by 2. So 6 times 2. What is the answer? 12. Okay, application for 45, 45, given the congruent side, let's say this is equal to 7. How do you find the hypotenuse? just simply multiply the congruent side by square root of 2. So therefore, what is 7 times square root of 2? 7 square root of 2. Next is, okay, now how about if the longer leg now is given? Let's say this is equal to 8. Okay, what you will multiply to the longer leg to find the shorter is 8 times, instead of dividing it by square root of 3, you just simply multiply by square root of 3 over 3. Because dividing by square root of 3 is the same as multiplying it by square root of 3 over 3. So what is the answer? 8 square root of 3 over 3. Now, how do you find this hypotenuse? You just double this. So it becomes times 2 to 8. It becomes, or from this one, from the longer leg. So the longer leg is given. So multiply by 2 square root of 3 over 3. So 8 times 2 square root of 3 over 3. So your answer is 16 square root of 3 over 3. 16 square root of 3 over 3. Okay, so multiply by 2 square root of 3 over 3. So balikan natin yung formula natin, that given the longer leg, to find the hypotenuse is longer leg, this one. To find the hypotenuse, multiply by 2 square root of 3 over 3. Okay, so next is using the 45, 45, 90. Now, let's say this is equal to 8. The hypotenuse is equal to 8. How do you find the congruent side? The congruent side is just simply, instead of dividing by square root of 2, multiply the given hypotenuse, which is equal to 8, by square root of 2 all over 2. Okay, apply cancellation. 8 becomes 4, 2 equal to 1. So what's your final answer? 4 square root of 2. That's how to find the congruent sides. Next. Okay, let's see here. Given the hypotenuse, our example is this is equal to 10. So the hypotenuse is given. How do you find the shorter leg? We just simply multiply by 1/2. So 10 times 1/2. What is 10 times 1/2? 1/2 of 10 equal to 5. So therefore, how to find the longer leg given the hypotenuse? Multiply by square root of 3 over 2. 10 times square root of 3 over 2, which is equal to 5 square root of 3. So just cancel 2, 5 square root of 3. So next, 45, 45, 90 triangle. Let's see the given side, congruent side is radical in the form of radical. Let's see this is equal to 4 square root of 3. So just follow the formula. Just simply multiply by square root of 2 to find the hypotenuse. So this one is 4 square root of 3. Gamit tayo ng ibang kulay. So 4 square root of 3, what will you multiply to the given? Square root of 2. So this is multiplication of radicals. So it becomes 4 square root of 6. Okay, so next, these are 2, 30, 60, 90 triangle. Let's say given this is equal to square root of 3. Okay, the shorter leg. How do you find the longer leg? So just simply multiply by square root of 3. This is square root of 3, the given, times square root of 3. Square root of 3 times square root of 3 is equal to square root of 9, which is equivalent to 3. So your longer leg is 3. Now, how do you find the hypotenuse? Copy again what is given, square root of 3. What is the relation? Just simply multiply by 2. So just simply multiply this by 2. So your answer becomes 2 square root of 3. Next, the other figure. Let's see your longer leg is given in the form of radical. So radical, let's see 2 square root of 5. Now, how do you find the shorter leg? Multiply by square root of 3 over 3. So that is 2 square root of 5 times 2 square root of 5 given. Multiply by square root of 3 over 3. So your answer becomes 2 square root of 15 over 3. Okay, given the longer leg, how do you find the hypotenuse? Just simply multiply by square root of 2 square root of 3 over 3. So 2 square root of 5, the given, multiply by 2 square root of 3 over 3. Okay, so what is the answer? 4 square root of 15 over 3. Square root of 15 over 3. Okay, so hanggang dito na lamang po ang review natin about 30, 60, 90 triangle and 45, 45, 90 triangle. Kakayanin nyo yan. Basta gamitin nyo lang yung formula natin, how to find the length of the sides of a 45, 45, 90 triangle. Ito yung formula po natin. Given the hypotenuse, ito yung formula. Given the leg, this is the formula for the hypotenuse. Then for the 30, 60, 90, ito naman yung mga formula natin, how to find the length of the other two sides given the shorter leg, given the longer leg, and given the hypotenuse. Okay. Kaya nyo yan, guys. Okay? Kaya natin to. Bye!